So I'm going to do this quick test to see what the difference is between using the inbuilt iPhone microphone versus using my AirPods or using a cheap lapel mic or lavalier that I got off Amazon. So right now I'm just using the stock camera app. I'm not using Filmic Pro. I just want to test it using the stock camera app to just make things simple. Using the native microphone, built-in microphone. And this is what it sounds like. So as I get closer, it gets louder. As I get further away, the sound should drop off. So let's test out using the AirPods next. Okay, so I couldn't really use the AirPods. I don't think the AirPods work with the stock camera app. I will have to use Filmic Pro to use the AirPods because you can't use a Bluetooth microphone with the stock camera app. Now I'm using the lavalier. So this is just me tapping it just to show you that I'm using the lavalier mic. Still using the stock camera app, but with the lavalier. And the lavalier should sound decent. You know, the string is the cable's fairly long. So I can go as far back as I would normally like to shoot a video if I'm just talking on screen. So this is what it sounds like. The sound should be consistent no matter how far I am or how close I am to the camera. Yeah, so this is what it sounds like. The next test is I'm going to be testing the AirPods 2. Unfortunately, I can't use Bluetooth microphones using the stock camera app. I don't know why. Apple has that restriction, but maybe they'll fix it in the next iOS update. But with the current iOS that I'm on, 12 something, before iOS 13 comes about, you cannot use a Bluetooth mic. So you can't use the AirPods 2 to record your voice. So to test out the AirPods 2, I'm going to use Filmic Pro because that lets me record using a Bluetooth device. Okay, so I've got the AirPods 2 in, and as you can see, so this is what I sound like using the AirPods 2 on Filmic Pro. One thing to note when using the AirPods with Filmic Pro is you want to mute the volume so you don't hear yourself on the AirPods because that's really distracting. So I have the volume all the way down and I'm just recording myself using the AirPods. Okay, now I'm in Filmic Pro. I'm just using the inbuilt mic just so that you can compare it to using the stock camera app. I don't think there should be any difference between the stock camera app and Filmic Pro using the inbuilt mic. There might be, but my hunch is there isn't. Okay, final test. Still in Filmic Pro. Now I'm using the lapel mic, so tapping it just so that you can hear the sound. Just looking at the meter, it looks like for some reason on Filmic Pro, and I've tested this a few times already, the lapel mic's really, really loud. On the stock camera app, it doesn't seem as loud when I compared it, but on Filmic Pro, it's almost too loud, where the voice is getting distorted, and that's something I might have to fix in when I edit this later on. But I'm not gonna try to do any sound editing, just so you see what it sounds like without altering the noise in any way. So this is what the lapel sounds like in Filmic Pro. I don't think it sounds as good as it does on the stock camera app, which is quite disappointing, but let me know what you guys think. I think it sounds as good as it does on the stock camera app, which is quite disappointing, but let me know what you guys think. back on the stock camera app using the inbuilt microphone. So after just listening to the different clips on the phone itself, here's what I think. I think that surprisingly the inbuilt microphone sounds pretty good. The only issue with the inbuilt microphone is if you are recording in different places, or the angle is changing, or if you are doing voiceovers as well as recording yourself. So if you do a voiceover with a different device, the consistency will be different. For those, if you're not going to do any of that and you're just going to record yourself, I think the inbuilt microphone sounds decent enough. Lavalier mic on the stock camera works well. I think it sounds good. It sounded good, and I couldn't really tell what's better in terms of the inbuilt microphone versus the lavalier mic. If you guys can tell, let me know in the comments below, but I couldn't tell what's better. The lavalier, however, I think is the best on the stock camera app. It sounds way too loud on Filmic Pro. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm leaning towards the lavalier mic. I think on the stock camera app, the lavalier does sound a bit better, and the fact that I can move around and not have to worry about the noise or the voice, my voice changing. The audio consistency remains fairly the same. I'll give it to the lavalier. Also, I guess one con, and I need to listen to it closer, but I think the lavalier might be picking up more than I intended to pick up. Maybe it can pick up my shirt movement or my body movement, so that might be a drawback. So I'll have to listen to it closer when I edit this video. Moving on to Filmic Pro, surprisingly, I feel that even the inbuilt microphone sounds different in Filmic Pro than the stock camera app. I actually think the microphone sounds better, the built-in microphone, when using the stock camera app than Filmic Pro. The lavalier sounded worse, I think, using Filmic Pro. It sounded fairly good using the stock camera app. On Filmic Pro, it was just way too loud. It's just picking up too much. And there might be a way to adjust the settings. Filmic Pro has a lot going on, and I'm new to using it, so maybe I haven't figured it out yet. But just plug and play, the lavalier doesn't sound as good as the built-in mic. The Bluetooth headphones, and in this case the Apple AirPods, sound pretty decent. It sounded better than the lavalier mic using Filmic Pro. So if I'm using Filmic Pro to record and I want consistent sound, if I'm going to be away from the camera especially, the AirPods are going to be my option, my workaround. And let me know what you guys think. Do you think that it's which one of them fared better? Do you think the inbuilt microphone sounded the best, or the AirPods, or the lavalier? Let me know. And if you like more content like this, give me a thumbs up. Thanks.